On August 6, 1945, the sky above Hiroshima lit up in a flash brighter than the sun. In less than a second, an entire city was erased from the map. Buildings vanished, shadows burned into concrete, over 70,000 people were gone in an instant. It was the first time in human history that a nuclear weapon had been used in war. But in the middle of that chaos, amid fire, ash, and silence so loud it felt like the earth itself had screamed, there was a man. Burned, bleeding, alive. And the most unbelievable part? 3 days later, he would survive it all again. This is the story of Tsutomu Yamaguchi, the man who survived both atomic bombs. A man who looked into the heart of hell twice and lived to tell the world what it looked like. At the time, Tsutomu was a 29-year-old engineer working for Mitsubishi Heavy Industries. He was in Hiroshima on a business trip, just about to head back home to Nagasaki. August 6th was supposed to be his last day in the city. He had just stepped off a tram when he noticed an American bomber overhead, a strange object falling from its belly. That object was Little Boy, the first atomic bomb ever used in warfare. Yamaguchi didn't see it explode. He heard it, felt it, survived it. He was standing just 3 kilometers from ground zero when the sky turned white. The shock wave sent him flying. His body was badly burned. His eardrums ruptured. He wandered through the leveled city, past screaming children and scorched corpses, trying to find shelter. And then, in a twist so surreal it sounds fictional, he left the ruins of Hiroshima and returned home to Nagasaki. Most people would think, lightning doesn't strike twice, right? But 3 days later, on August 9th, Yamaguchi found himself trying to explain to his boss what had happened in Hiroshima. He told them the US had dropped a bomb unlike anything the world had ever seen. That one weapon could level an entire city. His boss called him crazy. And then, right in the middle of that conversation, the second flash came. Fat Man, the second atomic bomb, had just been dropped, and once again, Tsutomu Yamaguchi was within its blast radius. The windows shattered, the ground roared, and once again, the sky burned. Somehow, again, he survived. No science fiction writer could have imagined this. It sounds impossible, like a myth, but it's all true, documented, witnessed, verified by the Japanese government and the United Nations decades later. Tsutomu wasn't just a survivor, he was a living record of what the nuclear age looked like, what it smelled like, what it felt like to be inside the belly of the beast, twice.
He didn't disappear into anonymity. He didn't live in fear. Instead, he spoke out. For decades, he gave interviews, attended peace conferences, and used his voice to warn the world. He once said, "The reason that I hate the atomic bomb is because of what it does to the dignity of human beings." He could have lived a quiet life, but he felt a duty, a sacred obligation to make sure people understood not just the power of nuclear weapons, but their price, what they steal from people, families, generations, what it does to skin, to spirit, to silence itself. And maybe, just maybe, he believed he survived for a reason. To tell us all what it means to build weapons so powerful they can unmake an entire city in a breath. Tsutomu Yamaguchi passed away in 2010 at the age of 93. Not from radiation, not from illness, but after living a full life with a family, with purpose, and with scars the world could not see. Remarkably, he remains to this day the only officially recognized person to have survived both atomic bombings. Some called him lucky, others cursed. But he saw it differently. He once said, "Having been granted 2 chances by fate, it is now my duty to make peace my life's work." And that's the quiet, haunting power of this story. Because in a world where destruction often speaks the loudest, sometimes survival is the boldest message of all.